I absolutely love those recipes. They look so delicious. I'll be sure making those this summer. And while many of us are privileged enough to enjoy the delicious recipes we make on Afternoon Express, Stats SA shows that poverty figures are on the rise, with more than half of South Africans living in poverty, most of whom are children and African. As a result, hunger and malnutrition is having a major impact on the physical, cognitive and social development of our children. The stats tell a staggering story, but initiatives that raise funds to support NGOs like Add Hope are playing a vital role in the fight against hunger. And with us today, being World Food Day, we welcome Thabisa Mkhwanazi, Public Affairs Director for KFC and Add Hope champion, to tell us all about how we can help. Welcome to the Loft. Lovely to have you with us, Thabisa.
It's awesome to be here today.
Yeah. The Add Hope campaign, everyone knows it by now because it's been around for quite some time. But tell us how donations from customers have grown over the years and what you've been able to do with the campaign.
I actually think people think it's been around longer than it actually has.
Really?
So we only started Add Hope in 2009, looking for a really creative way around the CSI space. We wanted a way to partner with our customers, but also to make a difference with beneficiaries and NGOs and people in that space. From 2009, we kind of started off with this crazy idea of what if we let people just add 2 rand to a meal? So every time they bought a meal for themselves, they could buy a meal for someone else too. And that's kind of grown. And over the last 9 years, we've seen it grow kind of from nothing to over 400 million coming through the trust. We now feed 120,000 children every day.
That's absolutely amazing, and that's really encouraging to hear. And I mean, I'm sure anyone listening now who's maybe never paid attention to what a big difference they can make, they know now that they can. And I mean, as a mom, I'm raising 2 boys, so I know what good nutrition does for a child, especially in early development. Why is that important to KFC?
I think for me, Bonnie, as a mom too, that's been the greatest journey of Add Hope, is learning that I think a lot of people know that when children are hungry, there's a physical impact on them. We kind of all grew up being told, you know, if you don't eat and you don't have food, this is what your body looks like. Yes. What a lot of people don't know, though, is what happens to a child's brain, what happens to their ability to connect with other children socially, and what happens to their creativity.
And their emotions.
And their emotions, right? So as they grow, what we've learned and found by partnering with some great psychologists and different people in the space is children aren't as creative when they're hungry. When they don't have food security, they will draw and leave out body parts. They will not use color in their drawings. They literally see the world very differently. Also socially, they're not as confident as children who don't have to worry about food. They're far more reserved. They're not able to connect with other children as well. They don't play the same way other children play, purely because it's such an overwhelming piece. What we've also found, though, in this journey is that the stats are staggering, and they do keep us up at night. We know that it's 3.3 million children in the country that go to school hungry every single day, which means they're not able to grow or to learn or to thrive. What we've also learned, though, is that hope is always stronger than hunger. We've seen some incredible, in the 9-year journey we've had, some incredible stories around hope and what hope can do for a child, and what a plate of food can do more than just physical, but what a child believes they're able to do in the future.
Yes, oh, that's absolutely so amazing, that last bit you said about just what a child believes they can do and how they can contribute. Thank you so much for coming to share about the Add Hope initiative, and I'm glad to see that South Africans are on board. I'm definitely going to be donating 2 rand or more.
We're looking forward to it. You can make it 4 or 6 or 10.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just keep adding hope. Decide how many children you'd love to feed. We want to see that number grow. We have the most incredible beneficiary partners across the country. We have 137 of them who do an incredible amount of work on the ground, making sure that the children are getting nutritious meals, that their brains are developing well, that they're growing, but also that they get to believe they can be anything they want to be.
Yeah, well, I'm filled with so much hope. I feel like fried chicken suddenly. Hope really is stronger than hunger, so I urge you all to get involved and add hope in any way that you can. It's as simple as adding an extra few rands with your next KFC purchase or donating online at addhope.co.za.
An amazing campaign. Listen, coming up after the break on Afternoon Express, as Chef Sue Ann Allen comes to join us in the loft, ice cream cones, cake, s'mores, they're all going to come together deliciously in another recipe. And don't forget to start tweeting us, #Afternoon Express. We'd love to hear from you throughout the show. We'll see you after these.